It's the reality that at the lower levels, especially for the young girls who've just got married and have had kids and have not reached managerial or leadership positions, that it is harder. It was hard for me to begin with because I had just got married when I joined URA. Actually, I got married when I was in URA and then had 3 kids in quick succession. And I was then elevated as elevated into leadership positions. And my kids were still young. It was a struggle. So don't let anybody tell you there is a magic bullet. It is hard. And institutions must recognize that. It's very painful when the institution ignores that there's that side of you. My experience is that my strength to serve wherever God has placed me has not come from my title or from my academic qualifications, has always come from the security I have at home. I learned that at that time. And so, yes, for a time I was traveling. And as a mother, your mind is constantly worried. Did they eat? Are they sick? Did the maid take care of them? And I tried in the very beginning to work really hard to make sure you had good maids. But you know what it's like. When you delegate your mothering role to your maid, the maid will mother your children the way she knows.
Yeah.
And you will not like the result. So I began to realize I can only be secure in the workplace if I'm secure in the home as wife and mother. So I began to put more emphasis and put more boundaries. Less to impress my supervisor because I wanted a promotion, more to secure myself in the home. Because often, ladies, you go way beyond because you don't want to be despised. You don't want anyone to look down on you. So you give so much.
110.
Like I said, don't lose your soul. Once the title goes, you revert to your home. I mean, look, I'm back in the home full time. Can you imagine if I had neglected them, what it would mean for me right now? And because they began to feel more secure, I could then go out and work. I was fortunate. There were incidences where I was unfortunate, where my boss, a man, would not understand. And it often had to be a choice, my children or my job, my husband or my job. And I can tell you, my family always won. Why? They just needed to know that it is all right for mom to go out. And therefore, it was easier for me to go out because they were secure. So it does sound good now. It was tough. That's why I said, ladies here, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's never easy. It gets easier as you go higher. As I grew higher, my children we're also becoming older and a lot more independent, to the point where they're sometimes in those terrible 14s to 18s when they think they own the world, when they wanted less of mother and more themselves. So it gave me a little more independence. But even then, I laid limits and had some rules in office and said, don't bring me working at home. Doesn't matter whether I'm Commissioner General and there are no taxes being collected that day, I am not going to work. I am not going to do A, B, C, because I am actually doing something else that is going to benefit the institution. So allow me to recuperate, allow me to spend time with my children, allow me to go to the village to see their grandparents, so that I am refreshed to be in the workplace. Same thing in UNRWA. By the time I joined UNRWA, they were now much older. But I still, for me, even now where they are, I still had that same rule. Do not bring any new work to my desk at 4 p.m. Because if you bring it at 4 p.m., it means I'm going to stay up to 6 to 7 to finish. So presence at home is important as mothers. I cannot speak for the men. You know how important it is for you to be present in the home, for your daughters to be secure, for your sons to be secure. Where children do not find parenting at home, they look for it elsewhere. And like I said, you might not like it.